What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Man, that theme song, Jeremy, man, you've written all really good music. I can't, if I'm trying to figure out which one's my favorite, every one I play, I want to say it's my new favorite. I'll tell you what, though, that one it feels like it's got the deep history of the Asian culture right behind it, though. You know that? Like, you think of the Chinese, Vietnamese, Asian, just the whole Asian culture in general, some of the longest history that we have to study, and I feel like that theme song just captures it. That one, and then, you know, you get the Latin America one that just makes me want to dance, and then you got the classic Airbus intro that throws me back to all the days of simming on FSX and prior. Just awesome stuff, Jeremy. Thanks again for that countdown music. Shout out Jeremy Harvey. What is going on, y'all? Welcome in. Thank you for tuning in this evening. 2:30 stream in the afternoon here in North Texas, the V1 HQ. Just had to take care of a bunch of stuff today, so kind of an off time to stream, but thank you all for showing up. We haven't flown the 321 in a couple streams, so I figured why not? Let's hop in, do some 321 ops. However, after flying that Huey on the last stream, I was thinking, man, it just made me think we gotta go to Vietnam. It would only be appropriate. Maybe we'll do a little pseudo Vietnam, Asia Pacific mini tour here while we're out here, over here in the, we're sitting in Da Nang Airport. We're gonna head over to Laos, I believe, right? I think we're heading over to Laos. VLLB. It's a sweet little airport. I kind of just picked it up off the map. There's a freeware scenery that I picked up off the .to. Nothing crazy, but the weather was pretty spicy. A lot of rain, a lot of low clouds. I don't even know what type of approaches they have, if they even have any. So we're going to figure that out together. Now, one thing that I do remember is, well, years ago, there was a Vietnam 321 that took off with an MEL that had to keep the gear down. I remember I couldn't figure out what it was. Well, we had that MEL on a recurrent a couple of years ago. I've since done it on the channel. We might do it again here, just to reiterate. I don't have my book with me, though. Ah, dang it. You know what? Scratch that thought. I was going to try to comply with that MEL where the gear, I think it was a main brake deferred, where you got to keep the gear down for 60 seconds after takeoff. Maybe we'll just go gear up and juice it out of here. But anyway, this is a cool little livery. The matte, this is like a really good representation of the Vietnam Airlines livery. It's got like that matte blue finish, not too shiny. I love the mismatched nose cone there too. It looks pretty cool. So pretty sweet little 321 livery. If I'm not you know, if I'm being honest, it actually looks pretty good on the 321 here. So let's get this. Uh-oh, what was that? Hold on, stand by. What fell? I have PTSD. I don't want the roof to collapse on me again. That sounded metallic in nature, didn't it, chat? Did you guys hear that? Oh, it's my cell phone. What's it doing? Wait, what? Hold on. Give me a second. All right, I got it. I guess my cell phone fell down and hit the old Bruner mount that was on the floor. What did the roof collapse on you? No, not again, Lightspeed. Hopefully not again. We should be good now. All right, we're locked in. We're ready to go, chat. All right. Man, it's hot in the V1 HQ. I tell you what, that's one thing that's not very cool about streaming in the cooler months is the office doesn't run the air as hard because it doesn't need to. But, man, that 4090, whew, it's putting off some heat over there. So, typical Vietnamese colors, blue. Yeah, like blue-green, bluish-green, white, I don't know. Jeremy, it's good to see, man. Also, the same Vietnam 321 did some crazy things with the flaps, and the FO made mistakes. Yeah, I remember we talked about that for a little while, Jeremy, that whole incident on that Vietnamese 321. Lightspeed, thank you for the 5 months of support. Appreciate you. Force Raptor, I see you in the chat. Force Raptor, I want to shout out. Thank you, Force Raptor. Look at this. Look, chat. Check this juice out. That was you, right? FC Receptor, I call him Force Raptor. I found the message where you made the custom backgrounds for me. That one's juice. We were rocking the Airbus one before. I figured we'll mix it up, use the other one that you made here. Looks pretty cool. So I like the American flag imposed over that sectional chart there. Very, very classy looking, man. Really appreciate that. Wingnut 172N is in the chat, or should I say Flap 40 Sim. Hey, you should be on your Flap 40 Sim account, man, so you get the algorithm to speak between both of the channels. You know what I'm saying? So you can steal all my viewers. So you should log in at both. Just giving you a pro tip there for the algorithmic things. But Wingnut 172 is in the house. He has just broke ground as being a streamer himself. I watched his first stream. I got sucked into fish another tournament, actually 2 more tournaments this weekend. So I was out on the lake doing some practice when you went live. But I was actually I was at this lake that's right next to the Naval Air Station Reserve, Fort Worth. It's right over there by Eagle Mountain Lake. And, man, there was F-18s flying in. It was pretty cool. So you were streaming, and I'm, like, watching these F-18s flying overhead, which is pretty – and I want to say I saw an F-35, but it was kind of far away. But I swear I saw an F-35. I'm like, that doesn't look like an F-18. But awesome stuff. Blackbird Controls in the house. Good to see you as well. Blackbird Controls. We got to do another 727 stream. We might have to take a 727 out of Laos because we got to show off those throttles again. I don't know why YouTube pulled that stream, man. The last stream we did with Green Dot Aviation, it was an awesome stream. I thought it was a lot of fun. We talked over the 727 crash. For some reason, the stream is not playable, and there's no notifications on my end. I have no idea what's going on with that. It's almost like it got bugged or something during the recording or the encoding. I don't know what happened, but hopefully. I know there's a couple 727s on the cargo ramp over there. I spotted them earlier. We got two 727s sitting over there. So if you have the 727, make sure you check out Blackbird Controls and pick up some throttles because they are the juice. They are the juice. All right. Diabetic Lab, that's the main F-35 plant? Really? Okay, so then I'm not crazy. So I did see an F-35. Very cool, man. Very, very, very cool. All right, let's get this thing fired up and get out of here, shall we, chat? I am sweating already. This is not good, chat. And, of course, the thermostat's locked, you know, so it's like, man, you can't turn it down anymore. But if it's 78 outside and they want to hold it at 78 in the office, as soon as I turn my PC on, it's like 200 in the office. All right, make sure you have sim sounds. Let's go. Let's fire this bad boy up. We haven't flown the 321 in quite some time, right? It's been a couple streams. Do apologize for my absence. You know, I'm just going to stop saying that we're going to have a lot of flying time together because whenever I say that, stuff comes up and then we can't do a lot of streams. I haven't flown the real airplane in a long time. Actually, coming up on 4 weeks, I haven't touched the real airplane. I go back next week. So I'm growing my beard out. But this is a good refresher. Good refresher. I actually had COVID again or something. I don't know. I was sick with something, lost my smell and taste all of last week. So I was battling that. I fished through, I don't know what sick. I swear it was COVID. I felt like I had COVID, no smell, no taste, sinuses really bad. Plus I have bad allergies in general in the fall. But we won both tournaments. We won both Friday and Sunday, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, I've been trying to recover to get my voice back. You guys don't want to hear that. Wingnut says, how do you bougie Airbus types adjust cabin temp? Is it digital? Yeah, Wingnut. We've got the condition panel right here. We've got a nice readout, 96 degrees in here. Let's pop some windows open, shall we? Let's pop some windows open here. We'll pop open this window. I wonder if it will actually cool down. We have to look at the outside air temp. So actually, fun fact, Wingnut, I don't know if you know. I know we went over it before at one point, but the cabin temp control, if you pull this up here, this is actually, oh, look, the cockpit temperature is lowering since we opened the window. That's pretty cool. This is basically setting a 10 degree or maybe 20, I think it's a 10 degree window, 5 on either side. So you're setting essentially the trim air valves, how much hot air you're going to be blowing in there to warm up the temp. And then the flight attendants from the flight attendant panel can then fine tune. We'll go over here. We got a custom cabin too. We'll take a look at it. This livery is really good. The flaps look awesome too. Oh, does it not work? It doesn't work. For some reason, I thought it worked here. On the flight attendant panel, they will fine-tune the cabin temps to the exact degree. So we are just setting a window of +10, -10 for them. Generally speaking, 11 o'clock position is where we set these puppies at. If it's super cold, well, then we'll crank them all the way down, of course. But as you know, some airplanes are better than others at staying cool. Some just do not get cool. Dimitri is in the house. I am Dimitri. Been a long time, my friend. Been a very, very long time. I hope you're doing well, Dimitri. Good to see you popping by the stream. One of the first supporters of the channel. It's funny. Wingnut did his first ever stream the other day. I was like, what was my first stream? I left out of Vegas, too. And the first chat messages, some of the first chat messages were from Dimitri, Krisk, which I haven't seen him in a really long time. There's a couple of y'all that I recognize the names. But some of the very first streams I did, y'all are probably, it's kind of a cool history thing. But I know Dimitri is there. Dougal was there early on as well. So always a pleasure to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope the family as well. Let's get this bird fired up, shall we? Ground control is coming on. CVR test. Digital Merc in the house. Digital Merc. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Let's go ahead and set up our alignment here. TTO -6, huh? Interesting. I guess we're closer to the equator. We'll get our lights set. Auto, position 1, arm the emergency exit lights. Everything looks good here. We got 2 fault lights. Battery test will fail. We'll do our fire test 1. Fire test 2. And APU test. Beautiful. Up the right hand side, everything looks good. Data panel's up, the VHF normal in 3. Cool. All right, we'll come down here. We'll take a look at this. We got the old calibrate. What, again? I thought that was fixed. If you are interested, though, my Moza latest and greatest, I'll show you, is in the Discord pinned. I put my gator back on the Moza. It fits fine. I just have it laying over it. On the Thrustmaster base, this actually mounted, but I just have it resting there, and oh boy, does that feel good or what? I mean, that feels just like the real thing. So I put the gator back on top of the Moza. Shout out to Moza for being the leader in force feedback, in my opinion, in Microsoft Flight Sim, and more to come. All right, let's get this FMC. How's our database looking? 20 October. I did update, so how about that? We'll do an init request over here. Let's go over here to the ATSU page. We'll go AOC. I'm actually just going to put you there. We'll get some spam received messages. I'm going to close my window because I need my EFB. So let's slide this back. That's the only unfortunate part. And one of the only times red means open is when you see that little red pop-out tab there on the window. Actually had a guy almost aboard a takeoff because this is a second hand. This didn't happen to me. V1 Simulations brought to you by Moza. Funny, Steven. This did a second-hand story, but they almost aborted a takeoff because the jump seater was unfamiliar. Actually, that's what it was. It was when I was in Captain Upgrade, the check airman was telling me to brief a jump seater if they're unfamiliar with the A320, which most everybody is, but everyone has their first time, right? Going down the runway, the jump seater thought that his window was open because he saw the red tab here. He's like, oh, is that open? And no, red means closed, which normally in everything else we do, red means open or not properly set. Well, that's what you got to see. You want to see that because it can look like that. You can slide this in the real airplane. If I slide this up, oh no, I guess I have to open it now. Now I got to flip this, and then you can. It's one automation, but in real life you could sling this over and this can not pop up if you're not careful. So anyway, there we go. Navigraph. This is what I should have been doing when I was waiting for the stream to go down, but I was too busy looking at the juicy flap textures on this puppy. Okay, load aircraft. How long is it going to take? It's going to take 9 minutes. Okay, we'll hang tight just on that for right now. Let's get the box loaded up. We are operating as HVN 357, which I think is just Google said Vietnam Airlines. Did they really say Vietnam Airlines on the radio? Let's just say Vietnam. I'll just say Vietnam 357. We'll do cost index of 75. Cruise altitude 340, I believe. Let me double check just in case Thrustset joins the chat and we're going the wrong way. We did file 34. Yep, 34,000 feet. That checks out. What is the ground temp? 26 degrees. It's actually like 2 o'clock in the morning. 2:40, almost 3 o'clock in the morning right now in Vietnam. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. We'll do 5100. 5100 on the Tropo and with 26 down here. Let's take a look at the winds. Let's come back. Fenix OG page. Departure, variable at 1 knot. No significant weather. So in that case, let's pull out the charts. Da Nang International. What are we going to use today? Let's go day charts. 10.9 page. Where are you at? 10.9. Spam text. Oh no, restock alert. Ammo. Get your ammo now, chat. Trust me, if you're in the US, you better be buying ammo right now. Alright, we're going to use 3-5 right. That's what we blasted off last time, right? We'll take 3-5 right for departure out towards the north. If we look at our flight plan, we are filed on the Hue 1 Charlie, or the Way 1, right? Hue City, Way City. So we'll do the Hue 1 after 3-5 right. Let's go. 3-5 right, Way 1 Charlie. And we'll insert that. Wonderful. Coming all the way down here, we got a Disco VLLB. Let's take a look here at the arrival selection. And what did I file? I filed the Thix 1 Bravo. So before we look at the actual chart, Let's look at the airport. Arrival charts. Actually, let's start while we're here. One single runway ops. All right, single runway ops. Arrival. What did we file? Doesn't match. Arrivals. I think this is it here. Yeah, Thix 1 Bravo. So we're coming off of, how do you say that? Zhangchuan? Is that Zhangchuan? The Zhangchuan VOR 1140. Looks like we have to shoot in directly to this VOR. This is what's cool. There's like a procedure turn. Ooh, wow. Let's look at these approaches. This is why I picked this airport, because it looked like it was kind of in a box canyon. Let's look at the approach charts. Looks like 2-3 is the primary. Well, let's take a look at the wind, because that might determine. METAR not available. Great. Okay, so this is spicy, chat. I don't even know what this airport looks like in the sim, so it's always fun to find out together. Let's pick a good approach. Ooh, that's kind of an arc. What is this? For final approach, C11-1 Alpha. What? We might have to do that. That's the 2-3 approach. Okay, let's see what they got. The localizer 2-3. RNP. What do you want to do? Oh, that's a lame RNP. We're not doing that one. RNP 2-3 is lame. That one's lame. VOR DME 5. That's hardcore. Vodka's got to do that in a 727. I think Team Vodka's flying. Another transition for the VOR DME. Look at that. That's some hardcore VOR approaches. I'm not good enough for that. Let's go back to our ILS 2-3 approach. We're going to come in off here. Looks like we've got an arc to join some craziness, which we'll review in flight. But we'll set up for the ILS 2-3, and it looks like we'll be taking it out, what is that, D14.3 or 14.5? 14.3 off the arrival, unless we follow the outbound. Let's take, what does the box have? ILS 2-3, Thix Bravo, Thix 2 Bravo, approach via, is Thix the VOR? If we take it off the VOR, no, Luang Phabang. Let's take it off of Luang Phabang so we can do the full procedure ILS in the mountains. Is that an option? I thought I saw it at the very one. It's not. LBP 1 or 2? LBP 1 or 2? Where are these fixes? Let's go back to the transition. I don't know, y'all. This is actually interesting. I don't even know. Let's do THX. Approach via THX. Insert. What's that going to look like? We'll have some time to mess with it in the box. Okay, so that's what we want. That's just a straight up arc. If I can figure out how to do full procedure, oh geez, we got PTs all over the place. We're gonna have to clean that up once we get to cruise. We'll figure that out in cruise though. Ain't nobody got time to sit around here on the ground and do that. Fuel, we'll wait for that. We'll go ahead and get terrain mode on ND. We'll go VOR, constraint mode, magic barrel, ref key, top altitude 340, and we'll start the boarding process and get the APU fired up. Alright, prime up the APU, go back to our load manager here. Hearing Vietnamese by V1 is totally worth being here. Yeah, my Vietnamese is not all that good. Alright, load aircraft. We'll do a fast of 9 minutes. Should be primed up on the APU. Let's hop outside. We'll listen to her spool up. How the sim sounds. Too quiet? Too loud? Good. LB1 and 2 are different based on the DME boss. Oh, thanks, Max. That makes sense. So I think what we should do, chat, do you guys want to forget the arc and just go to that VOR, do the full procedure ILS? Because then we would have to do a PT over the VOR, then outbound, and then inbound on the loc. Galley Simmer, I hope you're buckling in for this one. This one ought to be fun. AJ says, if you use the Navigraph application, you could overlay those approach charts so you're not lost. Yeah, but that's lame, dude. That's some child of magenta stuff right there. I just full send. We get down there and We'll pick up the VOR. We'll fly the needles. We'll go all Navy on it. Needles. Thanks, AJ, for the $3 super chat, my man. Your Vietnamese is about as good as your geography. Hey, I'll take that as a compliment. I know that's an insult, but I appreciate you. Thanks for the $3 super chat, AJ, my man. Appreciate you. I did find out there's a Nevada, Texas. Did you guys know that? There's a Nevada, Texas. I was talking to somebody. He's like, yeah, I just moved to Nevada. I'm like, oh, really? It's like, yeah. I'm only about an hour away. I'm like, what? Yeah, Nevada, Texas. Who knew? All right, chrono's on. What else can we do while we're sitting here? Our fueling is still going, so we'll hang tight on the fuel pumps. We got 3 minutes on the bleed before we turn the APU bleed on. So until then, let's take a look at these wing textures. Check this out. Nicely dirtied wings on this airplane right here. I'm going to turn up the sim a little bit. I feel like it's a little quiet. There's not much going on right now, though. But that looks good. I didn't hear the Vietnamese, but I'm guessing it's good. Oh, yeah, there'll be plenty more, Ryan. There'll be plenty more. Callie simmers in the exit row, and I've put on 2 lids. Put 2 lids on my latte, so no spillage. All right, we'll try. Let's see. Where's the exit row? Should be right around here. There you go. Here's Callie simmer. Well, hopefully you're in this one here. You got somewhat of a window view. Hopefully. Vietnam is very beautiful, but in my opinion, it looks mid in the simulator. Kalimbo, really? See, I was hoping that that this particular flight would look okay. I might have to back the time up a little bit. I ran it forward. I hope I didn't run it forward too much. But we did, the last time we flew in Vietnam was in X-Plane 11, and that was, you talk about mid, that was pretty mid. So we're going to do our best here. Hopefully it's not as bad as that, but the clouds are looking good here. Clouds are looking juice. I may back that time up, though, just a hair. Cabin is complete all the way to the cheese tapestry on the seats. Yes, Dimitri, isn't it? Doesn't it look good? Look at these seats, y'all. These seats look good. All right, refueling is still being worked on. We got terrain up on ND. We'll go back to ARC. That's down. We can do some preliminary. Well, we're going to wait till we get our final numbers. Looking at our taxi out, it's going to be pretty simple. That's VLB. Da Nang is pretty simple. One taxiway all the way out of here. We'll star you up. We'll push off the gate, straight back. We'll taxi down via Echo to 35 right. Plenty of runway, 11,400 feet for departure. This departure procedure for 35 left and right on the RNAVs. Did we load that? Did we actually load a SID? I don't remember loading a SID. Yeah, the Hue 1 Charlie. And that's actually a non-RNAV, I guess, that we filed. I pulled the Cancun on us. Yeah, Cancun, they always put you on the non-RNAV, even though everybody's RNAV. All right, so Cancun, Hue 1 Charlie, off the northbound. Ours is pretty simple. It looks like climb on Dan 353, left turn to intercept the 109. So ours is a pretty straightforward departure, which is good. We're going to blast off out of here. We're going to make this left turn to intercept. Out we go. I wish I could make that a little bit more transparent. I don't like how it covers up the numbers, but that's our SID, so we don't have to worry about arcing back around. I will hard tune something on this one. Let's hard tune Dan 14.4 and 15.8. So let's go to the rad nav. I'm going to do 15.8 on my side. I'm going to do 15.8, and we'll hard tune. Well, actually, we'll just hard tune Dan over here. Boom. Boom. Dan is hard tuned on the right, and Hugh is going to be hard tuned on the left. Alright, that looks good. Refueling is done. We'll get our fuel tank pumps on. We'll unload the GPU. We'll load up the APU. And 16.5, 16.5. Take a look at our balance over here. You can see here 321, we got no tip tanks, we're balanced 82 aside, looking wonderful. Alright, bleeds are coming on, APU pumps are on, almost done loading. We're about ready to get out of here. Nightbot route is incorrect. Gosh, I guess I do need to update that, right? Let me update it for you right now. Iron Man, 31 months support, dude. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel for 31 months. It says, can you tell Texas to stop with the 90 in October? Dude, you're telling me, man. Remember, I was talking about it a couple streams ago where I was talking about Texas weather and how there's, you know, different levels of summer and hell. And then after hell came fake fall. We were in fake fall for about a week and a half. And now we've returned to hell. And then after this week, I think it should be real fall for about 2 weeks, and then it'll be Antarctica. So, yeah, it's Texas, man. It's crazy. What throws me off... All right, route is updated in Nightbot if you inquiring minds would like to know. What throws me off, Iron Man... Doesn't throw me off. I mean, I've been here pretty much my whole life. But the worst part is having to dress for massive temperature swings. 50 degrees in the morning and 100 degrees by noon. That's like, what do you wear? Like, okay, so do I wear long pants and a hoodie? But then by noontime, I'm sweating like crazy. So it's just like, there's just so much more clothes involved. Force Raptor, it's hard in hell in AZ. Oh yeah, I know, man. But it's a dry heat. All right, I think we are almost done. We are 16.5. Fueling is done. Let's go to the load page. Go to the weight and balance. Boarding is not completed, so we'll hang tight on that. I guess we'll do some preliminary numbers. We're going to be 3.5 right, dry, flap optimum, force toga, yes, anti-ice off. Packs on or off? Chat's going to be up to you. Packs are on. I will do a packs off 321 takeoff, which I did in real life, and we can hear the beautiful phase out sounds, but we got to have 250 likes before takeoff. That's a hard goal to meet. It's up to you. If you want to do packs off and work these engines as hard as possible, then make sure you smash down that like button. And actually, just do me a favor and hit that like button anyway, too, because I think YouTube doesn't like me. I don't know why it pulled that stream. That stream was doing really good, actually, on the analytics. And YouTube just said, nope, can't have it. Conspiracy in the Discord was that big throttle companies didn't like that. Which I know is not true, but it was just funny. It's probably AJ that started that rumor. All right. McAllen in the house. McAllen, I posted my settings, the latest version I have for the AB9 force feedback in the Discord. Hardware section, it's pinned. It's basically the same as before. I just turned down the spring a little bit, and I changed the dampen, but you want the latest and greatest one because this is the one that has non-linear force when you go full deflection in the roll. So, juicy flap 3 takeoff. I don't know. Should we do a flap 3 takeoff for wingnut? I'll tell you what. We'll see what the numbers run. Yeah, what the hell. Let's do flap 3. Screw it. Let's do a flap 3 toga. Packs off, up to you. If we run flap 3 on a 321, good night. All right, flaps 3 are set just for wingnut. He's earned it. You know, he did his first stream. Beautiful stream. Good audio. No bugs. Pretty sweet, man. All right, what are we waiting on?
Non-traffic, Singapore 172, 5 miles per hour runway 35 left, Da Nang.
Wait, is this like a real, oh, this is a real, like, Vietnamese coming in here. Hold on. Let's go over here. Look. This guy's legit. He's just like, what is he? If he's real time, he's landing at 4 o'clock in the morning. Let's see who it is. We're just waiting for the numbers anyway. He's on a 4-mile final. Let's see what kind of aircraft it is. You can hear the accents with the real Vietnamese. Yeah, no, real Vietnamese, dude. Well, I'm not... You're Vietnamese. Do not call him Charlie. Come on, Zippy. See? Jeez, you guys... This, I can tell you already, this stream's going to get yanked. What did you want me to say? This is a real VC? You don't... Vietnamese is Vietnamese. You call people Vietnamese from Vietnam. You're Vietnamese. What do you want me to say? Why are you guys giving me a hard time? He's Vietnamese. Goodness. Your social scores in the tubes. Oh my word. Oh, look, it's a 7.3. Look at that. Wingnut's all about that. Oh, he's got the split SIMTARs on there too. Flying in Vietnam to spot Vietnamese landings. Ooh, Star Alliance, man of culture. Oh, what does that say? Does that say Star Alliance? Yeah. Ooh. That's a one wire right there. Is that a Max? That's a Max. That dude's in a Max. That dude is in a 737 Max. That's really cool. That is really cool. All right. Reset the drone cam. We got to get out of here. Boarding is completed. All right. We'll dismiss that. We need to send over our weights to the McDo. We'll send that over. We'll go over to the perf takeoff page. Sync final. Sync live. Calculate. This is a flap 3. 54, 62, 64 flap 3 Toga packs on. Our likes are at 140, so we need 250 for packs off. But right now that looks good. 54, 62, 64. Geez, what's our takeoff weight? Send to McDo. Let's come over here. Gross weight 173. Yeah, we're getting up there. Dang on. We're getting up there on that. Well, I don't know why this gives me negative. Let's clear you out. Alternate gas, none required.
And traffic, Singapore 172 clear, runway 35 left, course 35 right, now.
Let's do 4.6. Should actually be more than that, but I don't think we don't have any alternate. We don't have any hold fuel. Oh, we do have an alternate VLVT. Okay, we don't have any alternate gas though. Ooh, we are light on the gas. I'll tell you what, where we're going, there are no alternates. Remember, whoa, did that clear that out? I thought that was normal. You can't hit clear. Did I clear that out? You have to type none on the real airplane. You can't just clear out an alternate in the real
traffic, Singapore 172 clear, runway 35 right,
so no alternate. Where we're going, there are no alternates. 42 minutes extra gas, so we'll be spinning around a couple different times. BKG Blueface, thanks for the 16-month support. Hey, you think V-speeds in the 170 range and the 321 is normal if you want it? 170, depending on your weight and where you're... Normal is a hard...
traffic, Magellan 121, taxi 35 left, you have whiskey.
Oh. Normal is a hard thing to just... What am I trying to say? It can be normal depending on the scenario. Absolutely can be normal depending on the scenario, my man. All right, we're going to connect the tug. We're loaded up. Our speeds are in. Bleeds are on. Let's come down here. We'll take our load sheet requests. Accept that. Return. We should be getting another one.
Tonight, Tiger 714, taxi.
Ooh, Tiger.
35 left from the cargo ramp.
Flying Tigers. I love it. Tonight traffic, Vietnam 357 will be starting up here and pushing back, straight back, gate 9. Tonight traffic. All right, we are connected. Beacons on. Let's do a before start checklist. Before start checklist, windows, doors, and slides. We'll wait for those. Let's also turn off the cabin lights because that's going to bother me as we get going here. We'll go settings, sim settings, cabin, lights off. Make sure there's no funky stuff. Essential switching, yes. LDEV, no. No, no, no. Yes, nav and go around, cool. Do they have, they probably have DADE in Vietnam. Thrust reduction, that all looks good. All right. Everything is set for that. We'll go back to the ground charts, 10-9. All right, doors and windows closed and armed. Beacon is on. Thrust levers are idle. Parking brake is on. Before start checklist is complete, courtesy of Throttletek. Gotta love it. Got a surprise coming for you all in the mail too. Little Throttletek surprise is en route. All right, let's drop the brake. Brakes released. Let's push back. Is that a, oh yeah, that's a 321. Kara, what's going on, man? The speeds are legit. It's just using different optimization than people are used to. Yes, that is true. 'Tis true. Who was that? Was that Blueface that asked that question? BKG, if you run speeds and you find it that it seems to be a little off, which they're actually much better. We've done some comparisons.
Denon traffic, Magellan 121.
Run them in SimBrief too.
5 left, way 1 Charlie.
Run them in SimBrief too if you're uncomfortable with your speed numbers. But it's not unheard of to have like a 170 or something like that, depending on your weight and depending on how, like Caro said, how the performance calculations are being done. It's there's a couple different methods to determining the speeds for takeoff, like what factors they prioritize. So the way that Fenix runs it, you will get some higher speeds. But I say that, brakes are set. After this latest update, I've done several comparisons, and they've been pretty darn close. I mean, we're talking within a few knots, a knot or two of real data. So I wouldn't say they're arbitrarily bad by any means. Have you ever had the PMDG 7.3 calc not work? No, Jared. I don't know where to get the numbers if it's not working on the EFB. I have not run into that, Jared. I also haven't flown the PMDG in quite some time, which we need to get back to. All right, let's start them up. You guys ready? I bet in Vietnam, they start 2, then 1. Let's go full Vietnamese on this one. We're going to start 2, then 1. Enjoy the startup sounds. Oh my gosh, look at that 727.
Denon traffic, Magellan 121, airborne out of 1,500. Last call, Denon.
Up.
I'm Tiger 714, we're lining up 3, 5 left, Denang.
So. All right, got our mics working now. I have to turn off 22.8. I had to rebind my mic. All right, we got a good start on 2. Let's go ahead and start engine number 1. Here we go. Turn in 1.
Alright, Denang, Tiger 714, departing 35 left, 1 Charlie, Denang.
We got another 72 departing, chat. We need to watch. There he goes over there. Gosh, I love this sim, y'all. I'm so happy to be back live. It's been way too long. Almost a week since we flew last. Well, we did fly that Huey flight. Did you guys like that? Did you guys like flying the helicopter around? I know it's not the most interactive style of stream because the helicopter is always trying to kill you 24/7, but man, that was a lot of fun. All right, it sounds like we got 2 good starts. There's our veil light. We're going to go ahead and close up Fung Duck's window over here. All right, he's locked and loaded. We got 2 good starts. We're going to go here. We're going to do that. We're doing flap trace. Goodness. I mean, Fenix is the GOAT, dude. Look at that. Come on. That is so good. And a 7.2 departing in the background. Tail strike, tail strike. You a little heavy there?
Oh, yeah.
Man, he was struggling to get airborne. Look at that 7.2. Gosh, I love seeing 7.2s in the sim. I love it. All right, 2 good starts. Flaps 3. APU bleed is coming off. APU master switch is coming off. We don't want to freeze out everybody, so let's go ahead and lock it in here.
Traffic Benin, 5477, taxi 35 right.
Is it Vietnamese? Is that the call sign? Alright, after start checklist. Standing ice off, fuel electric pumps off, rotor trim is 0. After start checklist complete. Let me do a flight control check here because it's faking me out here, but oops, I hit my mic. Oh yeah. Alright. That all looks good to me. I like that. That is set. Auto brakes max, takeoff config check. We'll start the radar early, turn that on. We'll squawk 2 thou. Let's go. Taxi light on. Lane traffic Vietnamese 357 taxi 35 right. Brakes off. Let's go. Vietnam is the call sign? Alright, Vietnam. Listen to the overwing sounds though. Listen to that. That's real life. The Aviator, good to see you, man.
Nang traffic, Vietjet 583, taxi runway 35 right. Nang.
Alright, we'll steer out here. We'll take out a couple of these taxi lights off our left. Put our departure chart up. Flight controls are checked. Taxi checklist. Gross weight comparison is complete. Pitch trim is not set. Pitch trim is important. Well, it's not a big one. 0.7, he says. 0.7 up or down? Where's my FO when you need them? 0.7 up. That'll help minimize our tail strike. Alright, 0.7 pitch trim is set. I forget the rest of the checklist because I don't run it. I just respond to it. Looks good to me. We're all in the green. Let's go. Ho Chi Minh. Was that a circus tent on the other side of the runway? A circus tent? Where? Right there? No, I think that's the VOR. I'm afraid it's going to get a little dark. What do we got here? We got a Baron in the middle of the taxiway. A Baron on Echo. Are you on comms? I don't believe so. This is a problem. Well, there's 2 of them. They're 2 Vietnamese students. They're probably legitimately trying to practice for their PPLs. I'll tell you what, we'll be nice. Oh, there's no taxi around that way. Actually, screw it. We'll set a good example. They're probably 2 Vietnamese students at home. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. They're like, hey, we need to practice for our PPL. And they log on to the network, Iveo Premium, and there's traffic. We're visiting in the country, so we will give way. Last time we visited, we weren't as nice, I guess. That's what they tell me. There we go. See, we'll do a little out and around. Rejoin the taxiway echo here. Look at that. No harm, no foul. Make sure your other AI is off. Those planes aren't IVO premium radar. Oh, really? I will have to check then. I'll double check. I can't. That's one of those things I can't check though in flight. That's like when you're setting up your stream, right? Or your flight, you have to go to the other options. It should be off. I don't know when I would have changed that. Got another Vietnam Airlines right there. Look at that. That's cool. There is a Da Nang airport on the sim market, but with 24 around the corner, like I said, I'm holding all airplane and airport purchases until 24 drops. We're only a couple months out.
Then on traffic, Vietnam, 5477, taking off runway 35 right.
John Nowologica. Thank you for the 32 months support, my man. Yo, yo, yo. 32 months. Appreciate all the support, man. Hope you continue to enjoy the content. Hope you enjoy our flight over to Laos. Let's run the time back a little bit so we don't have to do it again. So current time is 5:13. When does it get dark? We don't want to land. We want to be landing right about now. So our flight's going to be about an hour. So I tell you what, let's run it back 1 hour. Let's go 4:13 right now. Perfect. So we'll be landing about that time when the sun is getting low. I was a little over-aggressive with my time fast-forwarding. Did I see the new 380 video? I did not, David, unfortunately. I did see that someone posted it in the Discord, but I haven't had time to watch it yet. Is it good? How's it looking? Are we going to break the 350 when it comes? Oh, you know it, dude. Al Loper in the house. Good to see you. Just got my Cat 3 design Airbus tiller. Loving the range of motion. Heck yeah. Taxiing like a real Airbus professional now, Al. It's different, right? Learning how to taxi with a tiller, it's just a little bit different than what you've never used a tiller before. You've always used rudder pedals or twist. But yeah, I love my Cat 3 design tiller. It's been dead on accurate since the day I've got it too, and we've used this thing a lot. We actually have the Boeing one too that I really like. Have you seen United Brakes guitars? I have not. Are you going to try the Tolos 330 when it drops this month in X-Plane 12? Very possible, Polar Penguin. I am going to be setting up X-Plane 12 for something that I have that I want to try. And since I'm setting up X-Plane 12, we're going to try a couple things. We're going to try X-Plane 12 for the secret flight that I'm going to do, and then we're going to do X-Plane 12. I want to see what the 727 is like in X-Plane, and then we might try that 330. And maybe Felis. We'll see. But I do have to get it reinstalled. There will probably be no scenery. It won't be super juicy. We'll probably just fly at night. I gotta tell you, someone, I think Gus was posting some night pictures of X-Plane 12, and the night lighting has come quite a long way. It actually looks pretty good. So we might have to give it a shot. Got to try the Flight Factor 777 V2. Ooh, yeah, maybe we do have to try that too. Denying traffic, Vietnam 357. Going to be departing runway 35 to the north on the way 1. Denying traffic. All right, chat. We are here. Only 175 on the likes. Remember, we needed 250 before takeoff if you want to do packs off. You got a few more seconds before we line up here. Otherwise, we are going packs on for departure. Sounds are coming up. Let's see if we can do a semi-proper lineup here. Slow down. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Look at that. Hot diggity. Pretty good. Maybe about 1 foot off, but that was pretty good for 321. Anybody can line it up when you do the taxi on. We call that the cop-out lineup. You want to pretend you're a big airplane. You got to go all the way over, then 90. Don't do the wannabe cool lineup. Just do the straight out 90. Pretend you're like a 350 or something. All right, only 223 on the likes. You guys are super mid today. Glad to have the enthusiasm. Welcome aboard. Let's get some yogas in chat. How about that? Yogas in chat. Spool them up 50. Let's go. Denying traffic. Vietnam 357 departing runway 35. Denying traffic. Nose forward on the stick. Up we go. Let's do it from up front because it's pretty cool. Yoga. Gosh, I love that phase out. Man, Toga, SRS, or runway. Auto thrust bleu. Thrust set.
Night traffic.
100 knots, check.
583 lining up and waiting. Runway 35 right. Check.
V1. Rotate. Oh, beautiful. Positive rate. Gear up. Fly with. Oh, that looks good. All right, here comes the thrust reduction. We'll lower the nose. So you have a negative trend. Let's wait till we have a positive trend in airspeed. Lower that nose. Here we go. Thrust, climb. Thrust, climb, climb, nav. Right above F speed. Now, so from 3 we go straight to 1. Flaps 1. Speed checks. Flaps 1. Gosh, that looks so good. What's our min clean? We're heavier than I was expecting. Min clean 227. So we're going to do an auto retract on this one. Min clean speed 227. So we're going to do an auto retract. We'll watch the flaps go in, then we'll manually retract the slats. Should be right about 2. There's our S-speed. Yeah, it's right on the line. Let's keep lowering that nose. I think I have the wrong profile in the simulator for this. I might still be on my
Night traffic.
Profile.
583 taking off. Runway 35 right. Check.
All right, there's our auto retract. Look at that. There's our auto retract. Slats are still out. Now we're comfortably above clean. Let's go flap 0. After takeoff checklist. Clean up that wing. Slats are in. Beautiful shot.
Night traffic.
Alerts.
Vietnam 1459 lining up 35 right.
Matt B. Gifting 5 memberships to the channel. Matt B, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. If you pick one up from Matt B, make sure you shout him out and say thank you. Very kind of you, sir. Very, very kind. The alerts, so what happens is the alerts get muted when I'm in the camera views. I was trying to see what my calibration is. Yeah, it shouldn't be. I only have 2%. So weird. Oop, watch that pitch. 10 degrees pitch. Let's lower it down just a little bit here. Get back up to that 250. Look at this breakout. Steven, you're at Mach 8.6 already, and that's 7.2. Man, oh man. Oh, look at this breakout, chat. Come on. Look at those clouds. Look at these clouds right now. Is this real life? This is real life. Oh, we gotta turn left. Bank angle check to the left. That's right, Vietnamese radar. Look at this. I mean, these clouds are looking extra good today. Oh yeah, we really got a bank angle check it. Let's roll it all the way in. We'll scare some passengers. I love when I get a vector departure. Maybe you're taking off super early in the morning or super late at night, and you're departing the opposite way you want to go. For instance, there's our transition. We'll hit the magic bell, ref key, STDs for you, me, and Steven. For instance, like going out of LA, taking off west at midnight, doing a red eye back to Dallas. Sometimes they just give you a heading, at 400 feet, then they turn left, direct seal or whatever it is. It's almost 180 degrees behind you. I roll it in. I roll that bank all the way in. pretend I'm flying Navy. Get that full 40 degrees angle of bank. Let's go direct. What else is up there? D10. D109. Let's do that. Insert. Navin. We'll go ahead and get the lights at 10,000 feet. Lights are coming off. Forward call. Don't hit all of them. They don't want to all talk to you, trust me. Neglecting the right wing a little bit. Man, that is so good. I do need to adjust my 0 point in the settings though, because you can see, watch, if I let go, it wants to creep up on me. That is a sim thing. Yeah, because my Moza's bang on. That's pretty good though. I like that. Just feels so good. I love this profile though. It feels just like the real side stick. I also lifted my seat up a little bit. So now, if you're wondering, I mentioned before that the base and how tall it is. So with the Moza supplied base that I have, the mounting bracket at the lowest position possible, all I had to do was raise my chair maybe 2 inches. I forgot I could do that. So now the chair is perfect. I got my armrest, can't see it right here. So when I rest my arm perfectly, my hand just sits at the base of the side stick. That's what you want. You want it straight across like this. That way you come up here and ham-fist it if you need to. But in real life, I fly pretty much like this. Hand pretty much around the base, a couple fingers on it. Now when you're battling a crosswind and all that heavy winds, then you're going to have a little bit more grip. But there's really... Flying it like this, I don't know how guys do that with all 5 fingers and the thumb on top. That just feels like I'm going to over-control the heck out of the airplane. I got to back it off a little bit. Mr. Lahi, time for meetings. Hey, thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate you. We'll talk to you on the next one, man. All right, we're pretty much... Oh, we got one more turn coming up. I want to mess with that in here. Let's see if I go config, controls... I just want it to stop lifting up on me a little bit. Kevin with the $5 super chat. Kevin US, man, appreciate the support, dude. Thank you for that. It says, what is the farthest, longest turn that a 320-73 will do in a day in the USA? DFW, LA, and back too far? No. Kevin, in the U.S., the longest turn, thank you for that $5 super chat, mind you, will be anything that's probably under, right at that 7-hour limit. So, LaGuardia, and remember, it's block time. So the airlines block your flight. So it's not just your actual flight time. It's they have to add 30 minutes here for taxi, this and this. So the block time is always greater than the actual flight time. That's how they get around the being on time all the time. So like American, for instance, they will run a flight that takes 47 minutes of block time or 47 minutes of flight time. They will block it at 1 hour and 30 and then boast about being early because they overblocked it. So you have to look at the block time, and that block time it's going to be right about 8 hours, just under 8 hours. So I know there's a couple like LaGuardia and back. You can do LA and back, but you're getting at the limit. The problem with scheduling crews that way is when there's a delay or there's a maintenance issue or a weather issue or even just a traffic issue, the crew will time out on their FAA duty day, and that cannot be manipulated. So there's a lot of times where you will get, not a lot, but if it's happened to me twice doing LaGuardia turns, where you get caught up in traffic in LaGuardia, and you literally do not have the flight time left per the FAA 117 to return to DFW. So you have to can it, and they'd cancel the flight or pull you off of it. So that's the reason they don't try to schedule you to the max all the time. Those trips that are at the max, we call those very high credit turns or high credit day trips. Those typically go very senior because you only have to do, think about it, if you do a 1 turn, a day trip, and you get 8 hours of pay for that, your min day is 5 hours or 4 hours, everyone's going to want those, because if you do 3 8-hour day trips, that's 24 hours of flight of credit, whereas if you did 3 min-day turns, you're only at 15. So you got to fly more during the month at min credit trips. So the very high credit trips, they go pretty senior. Try to snatch those up. Now me, I'm of the opposite mentality. I try to get the lowest credit trips. So the min-day pay is 5 hours. So I like to get the trips that are like Dallas, New Orleans and back, where you only block 3.5 hours. So now I feel like I'm winning because you get paid 5, but you were only blocking 3.5. So there's 2 schools of thought on that. All right, we're coming through 18,000 feet. Let's go ahead and engage Autopilot 1. Autopilot 1 is on. We'll turn the sim back down just a little bit more, and I will welcome y'all back into the flight deck. And we are looking good. Yeah, wow, look at that. Mix it up a little bit, up the coast of Vietnam. Perfect little wing flex out there too. Let's enjoy this climb out. How close is this to the real thing? Paul, it's as close as you're going to get flying a desktop flight simulator. Promise you. If you want to be as close as you can to flying a real Airbus, get the Fenix A321 series. Get yourself either a Warthog base with an Airbus grip, a Whirlpool base with heavy dampening and a Airbus grip, or if you really want to go all the way, you got to get some type of force feedback base where you can set up the control loading to feel like an Airbus. There's nothing on the market with springs that feels exactly like an Airbus side stick. It just doesn't happen. It's such a heavily dampened stick. Now the AB9 gets you right there. So if you want to get as close as you can to flying an Airbus, Fenix, an AB9 base, and an Airbus grip. That's as close as you're ever going to get. And I tell you what, it's very, very close. It's so close that I feel confident in using these tools and this simulator to get myself mentally prepared for real-world checking events, check rides, even just brushing the dust off. So I haven't flown, like I said, I haven't flown the real airplane in probably, actually 4 weeks now, almost a month. I was supposed to fly this weekend, but I vacation float dropped it because I had some extra time. So I will use this next week, towards the end of next week. So I go San Juan. That's a long one out of Dallas. We're going to be towards probably Thursday. I think maybe Thursday, Friday, we're going to double up on the Airbus flying because I want to get back in the saddle. That's how realistic this sim is. And I know that by using this simulator and these tools that I have as peripherals, I know that I'm not creating negative muscle memory. I know that I'm not creating negative or bad habits for the airplane because it's that close to the real thing. So, Rusty C, 41 months support. My man, appreciate you. Hello, Captain and V1 community. Man, I have cash to burn for a new aircraft, but I'm hanging on desperately for the Just Flight RJ. Rusty C, yes, that Just Flight RJ is going to be pretty sweet. I tell you what, Rusty C, do you have the 727? If you got some cash that's burning a hole in your pocket and you fly the 727, check out Blackbird Control 727 throttles, because for the Bravo, it's the best add-on I've put on my Bravo. It really makes me want to fly the 727 again. I think we might double up. We might do a 727 stream this week again out of maybe out of Laos. Could be kind of cool. Mitchell Taylor, thanks for the 14 months support. Welcome back to the channel. Ramon Thompson, good to see you. Airbus Grip and Throttletek Mini are my dream. Yes, the Mini Throttletek is your best bang for your buck, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Team Vodka is in the chat using his 727 throttles. So much better for fine control of thrust. Yes, having the longer grips will actually give you finer control because the whole, what is it, Gustavo, moment arm thing, like the length and precision and yada yada. That's why a lot of us used to use extensions on our grips for helicopter flying. Now with force feedback, you really don't need that, but if you have a spring-loaded side stick or cyclic control system, using that extension really helps you get fine control movements for helicopter flying because you really need that. It's imperative for helicopter flying. But using a control loading device or a force feedback base really takes it to the next level. Spring is cheap. Dampening should have be the industry standard. Yes, Gustavo, you're talking about like the controls. You know what? I have partnerships with hardware, you know, throttles and bases and all that. And a total non-sponsor plug here, and then I want to get this out there because I know there's a lot of people, I know there's a lot of kids that you don't necessarily need the highest end gear, right? And maybe you're balling on a budget. That WinWing Ursa Minor for almost $100 US, that is, in my opinion, the best entry level side stick to get you creating good habits anyway. You know, it's you can turn the dampening up a little bit and the friction up a little bit, and it is a very, very good entry-level side stick. And I using entry-level is not even really, I wouldn't even really classify it as an entry-level side stick. I'd say maybe the TCA stuff is more entry-level, where that Ursa, is it the Ursa Minor from WinWing, when I used that over at XP72's house, I was very impressed. Very impressed. Can't find a good username. Sounds like you found it in V1. I've got. Have you looked at the AnyBuilds 320 Neo? You know what, dude? I keep forgetting that we have that in the sim. Do you have any thoughts about it from what people are saying? Rotate law is jacked up. Would you agree? I can't answer that question. I haven't even flown it. I keep forgetting that we have that in the sim. I want to check it out. I just want to see it. I want to see the textures and modeling, honestly. I really want to check it out. Who sells the Airbus side stick for the Moza base? Zach Smith for the Moza base. So Moza has their own interpretation of the Airbus side stick. They have the, I can't remember what they call it. It's but they have an Airbus style grip, which I have not seen. I just have their MH16, which is phenomenal quality, by the way. But I use the FSprojects or Flight Sim Projects. It's a little company out of Italy that pretty much dialed in the exact replica of the 320 side stick. Now, the only difference is you're not getting any extra button functionality. So it's really, the FSprojects is really for those hardcore simmers that want that exact replica of the Airbus side stick. So, and they sell that little gator that goes on the bottom that just finishes it out. But yeah, Flight Sim Projects, they should be linked in the description. Great company, great dudes. I've talked to them multiple times through emails, and they take, it's pretty much made to order, so that's why it takes such a long time to get their products, because they don't make a bunch of them and just have them laying around. They make them as you order them. Callie Simmer says WinWing is really trying to disrupt the hardware add-on industry with good product and reasonably priced. Yes, Callie Simmer, WinWing, like, I was very happy, even though I wasn't at Expo. I was sad that I wasn't at Expo. I was very happy to see a lot of the peripherals coming to the market, because competition is good for the consumer, right? I would say for the better part of a decade, Thrustmaster pretty much had the peripheral market on lockdown. Like they were there, they were the player, they were the major player, and they had everything locked down. And they make good stuff. I'm not knocking Thrustmaster by any stretch of the imagination. They make good stuff. They're higher end stuff anyway. I wasn't too fond of their the TCA Airbus pack. Now the Boeing yoke, that's a different story. But seeing the entry of WinWing, Verpal, Flight Sim, the FLIT eSIM guys with the yoke, and Moza entering I love it. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen at the next Expo, because I think that last one we were just scratching the surface at that last Expo with hardware coming out. So I can't wait to see what the next one has. Abdilo, good to see you, man. Photo Rico X Orbix Captain, better textures and low jetway soon. Oh, awesome. So Abdilo, the Ponce scenery that we flew into that unfortunately has been removed from YouTube, I do not know why, their scenery is now on Orbix. That's awesome, Abdilo. That is fantastic news. So we'll have to go back there. Maybe we should depart. Maybe we should leave Ponce and like go down into Cali or something. But good to hear it, man. Good to hear it. V1, did you see the 7.3 throttle previews in the Blackboard Discord? I did. Just before I went live, I saw that there were some unknown messages. I got to clean up my Discord, my own personal. I'm in a lot of Discords that I don't even follow anymore. I got to clean them all up. But definitely looked very interesting, Blackbird controls. So I am looking forward to what you're bringing to the market, my man. Logo Lights, 21 months support. Appreciate you. It says, my SRV 4.0 Side 6 we're selling a kidney for. Logo Lights. Was that the one that came in the crate? I don't know what the SRV4 is, but I wonder if were you the one that posted it in the Discord where it came out of the crate? If so, then I'm gonna need to come to your house and give that a test run. Hey, we have 320 viewers. Interesting. 320. Oh, we're in a 321. Oh, we need one more viewer. Force Raptor dropping the 5 gifted memberships. Force Raptor, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. Force Raptor, it was you, right? Did you answer? I probably didn't see it. You're the one that made these, right? I love that background. I love that background. If you still have them, would you mind reposting it in the V1 After Dark section, Force Raptor, in case anybody, if you want to, man, it's up to you. If you guys want the backgrounds that I'm using, I love it. He's got 2 of them. He's got one that's got the Airbus overhead, and then this one. If you want to post those again, it's up to you, man. If you guys want to grab them, he'll put them in the After Dark section for the members. But I love that background, man. It's professional. V1, are you going to do the procedure ILS raw data, Aero Guitarist? That's what we have to look at, right? Let's look at that when we get up to cruise. We're almost there. We're going to have to look at that approach. We are going to have to be mindful of the 3 other 727s that are flying in there, or 2 other 727s, and I think there might be someone else. I tell you what, instead of going to 34, let's reset cruise altitude. Let's make it 320 because we're closing in on it. Let's reset, recruise it for 320. We'll put VLLB in the prog, and we also need to clear out our RadNav page. So remember, we hard tuned. This should have been done at 10,000 feet. Clear copy guard, so secondary copy active, clear copy, and then put up Delta Ops on 21.5. That should be your 10,000 foot flow, but kind of blew through that. The reason you want to clear that stuff out is it's a good habit to start hard tuning stuff when you need them, especially for air returns. The problem is if you don't clear out your RadNav page and you're going into another airport that requires a VOR, you're not going to get the DME or the reference point, and or if you use the localizer frequency for departure, i.e. Vegas, because the emergency return uses the Vegas loc. If you take off out of Vegas and then you have it hard tuned and you go to LA to shoot a Cat 3, when you go to brief the approach, you're going to catch it, hopefully. That's why we brief it, that the localizer frequency is not tuned right because it's still hard tuned to Vegas. So at 10,000 feet, clear copy guard.
Yow.
This isn't Atlanta. New question, what is Delta Ops? I don't know what you're talking about. Why would Vietnam Airlines tune to Delta Ops? Why wouldn't they? 2 727s and 1 321. Thank you, man. Skyfall, howdy, how you doing, man? We're going to be there an hour before you will, Team Vodka. I know, you guys are ripping in that 7-2. You guys are ripping. All right, leveling off 320. Let's go ahead and turn the seatbelt sign off. You're now free to move about the cabin. Listen, Bomb Tech, everybody monitors Delta Ops. Period. The EFIS add-on modules for the Windwing are shipping October 8th. Yes, Al. That is my only, I don't say regret, because I don't really have anything to regret about it, but I never pursued the Windwing EFIS FCU setup. Is that too loud? How's that?
Meow.
Here we go again. But because I have the mini FCU, I love my mini FCO. It sits perfectly on my Bravo. However, I am missing that EFIS panel, being able to select the range, constraints, and all that. That I do wish I had. Now, the only thing to say about this, I don't have this. I just don't have the space for it. Running the streaming PC, I've got computer. I've got a, what is that, like a, I don't know what size screen that is. Pretty large screen to my right. Then I have my Bravo. On top of the Bravo is the mini FCU. My radio panel is on the Bravo. Below the Bravo is my Throttletek. Then I have my Brunner yoke mounted to the desk with my keyboard on top of that. Then my main screen in front of me. And my side stick and tillers on the left. So I really have no space to run a full glare shield. But I would absolutely love to have that mini FCU set up. The only what's taken up most of the space is the Brunner yoke, which I love, but man, that thing is huge. So I've got it mounted in front of me, like hard mounted with screws, because you need to use screws on it. Now my keyboard is sitting on it actually pretty nicely, but that leaves me no room for any more peripherals in front of me. I knew you would say that, Bomb Tech. Actually, I thought AJ would jump in there first. Guys, 120. Oh. John, shh. You're giving away all my secrets, man. On reentry, the space shuttle monitored still tops. Heck, they never turn it off, man. They have it on from departure all the way out. Those goobers from VATSIM told us to use guard, so we're going to use guard. You using guards? Are you actually on guard? Can you use guard on VATSIM? I didn't know you could. I had to laugh the other day when somebody from the guard police gave the "you're on guard" to a controller who was trying to race. Yes, aero guitarist. Aero guitarist? You're not flying guitarist, are you? Or are you flying guitarist? We have a couple of guitarists in the chat. Yes, I've heard multiple iterations of that, dude. So I've actually, it's actually very frustrating. I remember one time we were flying out over Atlanta, of course, and there was an aircraft that was declaring an emergency and needing help. It sounded like he just didn't switch the fuel tank over. He was having engine trouble, and there was a couple pilots talking to him like, "Hey, try this, try that, try carb heat, flip your fuel tank over." And in the middle of all this, of actual pilots trying to help somebody else on guard, somebody then has the nerve to get on guard and say, "You're on guard." Like, okay, well, obviously, that is what guard is for. You are helping an aircraft in distress. Now, it is possible that that guy that said that could not hear the other conversations, because it all depends on range and where those transmissions are occurring. So there may be a conversation on guard that you can't hear. You can only hear one side of it. I'm hoping that was the case, because if he thought he was being funny, then he was not being funny. That's just ridiculous. That's not, you got to maintain some level of professionalism. So yeah, that was, I've run into scenarios similar to that multiple times, dude. Alim Ahmed, thank you for the 38 months of support, my friend. V1, been a minute. How's it going? Alim, hey, man, it's going good, dude. It's going good. My allergies are kicking my butt, but the air conditioning just turned on the V1 HQ, so I feel much better, man. But I hope you're doing well. Thanks for the 38 months of support, my man. John Cole, what's up? Good to see you. V1, big fan. I'm thinking about getting the Moza AB9 base. Already have a MonsterTech mount with a Warthog plate. Yes. So, John Cole, I do not know the specifics of how that will mount to your MonsterTech mount, but I will tell you the Warthog plate is compatible with the bottom of the AB9 base. It is compatible with the bottom of the AB9 base. Now, you'll have to look at dimensions. Just double check the dimensions on the website for the AB9 base and like how it's going to fit on your MonsterTech mount. I'm pretty sure it's virtually the same as the one that they have, but I do know that Thrustmaster plate is got the compatible holes for the bottom of the AB9. So as long as that matches and you can still put that on your MonsterTech, I know MonsterTech is great stuff. I used it for to hold my Super Taurus. I mean, they were the only mount supplier that could make anything heavy duty enough. So yeah, I would say start with that, and then if for some reason it doesn't work out, they do sell, Moza does sell their own desk clamp now, which I can tell you it does work, and it's actually pretty nice. It's very sturdy, but I don't see why it wouldn't fit on your MonsterTech mount, because I know it fits on that Thrustmaster plate. So best of luck. And if you do get it all set up, man, you're in the Discord, post some pictures, because I'm sure there'll be some other folks in the future that are going to be doing the same thing, where they're mounting it to other mounts. I never got the MonsterTech Thrustmaster mount, so I can't say with the definitive answer that yes, it works, but I can definitively say it works with the Thrustmaster plate, so I don't see why it wouldn't work. Bomb Tech says, did you ever do Atlanta VPS or DFW VPS ops when you flew regional jets? I don't know what VPS is, so I'm going to say no. What's VPS ops? Is that an airport identifier? Doesn't sound familiar to me. Yeah, John. Just send him an email. Fort Walton Beach. Oh, you know what? I don't think so, Bomb Tech. When I was regional flying, I was northeast. I was northeast based. So I did Pensacola, Tallahassee. I don't think I ever did Fort Walton Beach. I can't say I have. Maybe it's in the logbook somewhere. I've been so happy with the Monster Tech mounts with the Verpal stuff, so I don't want to change them. Sturdy, heavy, and never move. Yes. Yeah, Monster Tech. You know what? And Monster, they ship awesomely fast, too. Especially, I don't know, maybe it's just my experience, but I've ordered a Monster Tech mount and got it the same week, and that thing comes from Germany. So, DHL, I get a tracking number, boom, boom, boom. They are quick. If it's in stock, the one that you're trying to buy. So, I know they've shipped me a couple of different mounts. I've only flown out of Pensacola one time, but VPS to Atlanta a million times. Oh, I see, Bomb Tech. Yeah, yeah. Not to me. David, welcome. Bluebird or Bluebird controls. Hey, Bluebird 75. Blackbird Control says I have the Monster Tech for my Warthog and it's solid as hell. Yeah, it is. It took forever to get there for you, man. Okay, so it must be. Maybe it's just dependent on where it's being shipped to. But I've ordered 3 things from Monster Tech, and when they're in stock, I mean, it's come the same week. I was very impressed. What is your malfunction? What did I do, Zippy? All right, we have to start looking at our approach. So we're only 324 miles out. Let's identify what we're actually going to do. Did we come to a agreement here that we want to do full procedure? Let me ask these guys. Hey, those 727s up ahead, are you all doing the full procedure ILS, or are you coming down the arrival with the ARC? Because I don't want to ARC if they're going to go to the VOR.
The 321 is doing the arrival of the ARC.
Okay, 321 is doing the ARC. Let's start looking at this. We're still got a ways out, but I want to get a good handle on this. All right, arrivals 2-3, and we may just can the arrival. So is the Zhuang Shuang. Here's Zhuang Shuang 14-0. That takes us all the way into the Luang Fubang. From Luang Fubang, star that one. If we look at our approach for 2-3, then we can just do that. Full procedure off of LPB. So we need to do some modification here. Arrival. Approach via. Where's Lapon? Where on this chart is Lapon? For approach transition C11-1 Alpha or 11-1? 11-1. Sagog, Nobok, Lapon. Okay, we don't want Napon, so we're going to have to get rid of that. We don't want Napon. That's off the ARC. So what we might do is we might just go no star. I think that's... Or no via. No via is what we need to do. So if I select no via... Let's insert that. ILS 23, Thix 2 Bravo, insert, and with the no via, too steep. Yeah, I know, it's going to get a little spicy. Let's take a look at this. I'm trying to set the camera up here. Alright. From there, it has us go to the centerline fix. We don't want that. Why can't I load the approach off of the VOR? It's an IAF, LPB, Luang Fubang. Approach via Sagag, no Het, no Bach. Or THX. THX, I don't want that. LBP1 or LBP2? Let's try LBP1. What does that look like? Aha. I think that's what we want, chat. Yes, LBP1. LBP, and then, yes, that's what we want. So we've got rid of the arrival. So LBP, then outbound, and it's showing a funky PT. There we go. It will do it. Procedure turn back inbound. Okay, that's what we want. We want full procedure ILS, no star. So let's take a look at our altitudes then. Crossing over the VOR, 8,900. That's not in meters, is it? This is not meter territory. This is feet, right? 8,900 feet. Okay, so this is why we're doing this a little bit earlier. It says at or above 8,900. I'm going to make this a hard 8,900. That way we know we're going to start on profile. We're going to insert that. Now we'll have a little bit more accurate TOD, which will be THX. For situational awareness on that arrival, there was no altitude with THX, was there? There was not. So Zhuang Shuang, we don't need to put an altitude on that, but we're going to cross the VOR at 8,900 feet. So we're not really flying the arrival anymore. We're just going to go direct to LPB, and then we're doing that full procedure ILS 23. We don't even need this chart anymore. We need this chart only. We're going to hit here, proceed outbound, spin it back in. Okay, I like it. Look at the terrain around here. Let's look at the reference docks. None. No reference docks. Cool. This airport is actually pretty neat. Looking at the terrain. Highest terrain is out here. 5,600 feet. Turning inbound at 14.5. You'll be below 5,600 feet. So we definitely want to make sure we are on the ball on this one. You can see we're an overshoot here. Could be problematic because your altitude will definitely be lower than that highest terrain out there. But we're all set up. We got our peaks mode engaged. Everything looks good. Let's go outside and enjoy some more views of Vietnam. Kind of like top-down view. What do you guys think? I feel like we need some Asian fusion music in here. We got just a few minutes before we start down. Asian jazz. Alright, now that's kind of a vibe. Do we want this angle or we want the sun angle? I feel like this is a commercial for Vietnam Airlines. V1's FO, holy fook. It's giving them some serious side-eye right now. Yes, it is, Zippy. Came for the 321, stayed for the attempt at Vietnamese. Sometimes you swang, sometimes you fabang. My friend is a 320 FO doing a skill test soon for becoming a captain. Very cool. I told him to try the Phoenix and he was very impressed. We did a failure after failure yesterday. Yes. Yes, John Cole. It's great for that. I use it for training recurrent all the time. All the time. I'm going to laugh if this ends up on a Vietnam Airlines commercial. It should. Sounds like Simone needs some kung fu fighting. Oh, here we go. Did you guys know that pandas aren't real? Look it up. Pandas aren't real. This is chakra cleansing music. My third eye is open. Vietnamese sandwiches are incredible. I wonder if they're any good in Vietnam. You know what? I do Vietnamese food is actually pretty good. Is pho or pho? Is that Vietnamese or is that where does pho originate from? I didn't like it at first, but it's actually grown on me quite a bit. Is that Thai? Pho is Vietnamese? Okay, good. Coke Robinson, yeah, man, we're gonna mix it up, dude. We're gonna mix it up. Pho is Vietnamese, yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a place that opened not too far. Well, I say not too far, about 25 minutes away. Actually, it's more like 30 minutes away. But in Oklahoma, actually. And we've had it twice. I had it when I was sick both times, and the next day I felt instantly better. Actually, I felt pretty good right after eating it. Super hot, that broth, and I love all the spice and everything. Delicious. V1 is doing side quests in Vietnam. Yeah, you know what? I bet it's pretty pricey livery to paint, too. A lot of blue. A custom blue. Man, I could put a herding on a plate full of bulgogi and rice right now. Yeah. Yeah, AJ, I hear you, man. Jeremy says it's very healthy for you and it boosts your immune system. Yeah, Jeremy, and I telling you, man, not even kidding. The first time I thought it might just be like me, what's the word I'm looking for? We're like, not manifesting, but gosh, I can't think of the word. Where it's like it's a fake effect, like you're tricking yourself to make you feel better. But and I did it the second time, and I swear, man, I felt much better after having it. Like, but it's got the keys. It's got to be super, super, super hot. Placebo effect. Thank you. Yeah, I thought it was a placebo effect the first time, but then after the second time, no, it legitimately felt better. V1 just spent the second half of last month vacationing in the USA for the first time in about 20 years. Very cool. Spent a few days in DC and a week in New York City. Buzzing. Dude, New York City is always buzzing, man. But yeah, that's very cool, man. Well, hope you enjoyed your stay here in the great US of A. You got out of New York just in time. Did you add all the greens? Oh, yeah, Jeremy. All of them. All of them. I love my wife. Not so much. She doesn't like all of the plant stuff. Well, not she does, but like I can't remember what there's one thing that they give you, these big leaves. They're big leaves, and I mean I feel like I'm a rabbit because you're basically eating the plant, like the long stems and everything. But there's whatever sickness I had, it just tasted so good, and it really helped clear up my sinuses. It just made me have more energy. I felt great. I would like to know. I need to figure out what they're called. But yeah, I put all the greens in. I even put in the tripe. You know, I never thought of myself as a tripe eater, but it doesn't really taste like anything. It just adds a weird texture. Kaffir? Are they kaffir leaves? Kaffir? Lime leaves. Yeah, dude, delicious. I think so. I like them. The highlight of the trip into DC was the RNAV-19. Oh, Aero Guitarist. Yeah, that's awesome, man. It's always awesome when you get to do one of those RNAV-19ers. Now, they weren't basil leaves. I do love basil, too, though. Two-toe play. I love the basil. Got it. Oh, have you ever flown into Palm Springs? Av Paulo, I have. Never taken an Airbus in there, but I've taken corporate jets in there. I've taken King Air in there. I've taken Cessnas in there, flight students. But I've never taken an airliner in there. Going in there in the straight Citation 2, though, was pretty interesting. Straight 2, no glass, at night, knowing the terrain around you. There's a little tiny little pucker factor on that one. I served with a guy whose dad was a Huey driver over there. Oh, heck yeah, Dougal. Man, I love the Huey, obviously my favorite helicopter. But I've read so many books. I mean, Guts and Gunships, if you haven't read it, you got to read it. I've watched hours of Huey pilot testimonials, content on YouTube. Just guys telling their story of what it was like to be a Huey pilot in Vietnam. And I was always fascinated with that. My dad always, my dad was a Vietnam vet, and he talked about the Hueys and just that the sound of that rotor, in the distance, how everybody would change. It just changes the morale. You can hear it a long way off. So that's why the single rotor, thum, 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 thum. I love it, man. I ought to go now. Have an awesome arrival, and I'll catch you on replay. Hey, take it easy. Can't find a good username. Appreciate you stopping by. Let's get it right. Basil. Basil? Basil. Ever watch Brian Scholl, SR-71, who's survived going down in an SR-71 pilot? The name rings a bell, but I don't remember him flying an SR-71. I watched the one where the guy that, you know, the LA speed check story, and then I've the one where the guys got super low over, I can't remember where they were. They got super low and they had full burner. But I had a guy that ran a range at Cannon Air Force Base, retired UH-1 medic pilot, had some great stories. Oh, I can only imagine, dude. When I met my wife, she was working at a helicopter touring company, and there was two guys that were retired. I think they were either both Vietnam era, or maybe one of them was a Vietnam era Huey pilot, and then the other one was a GWAT Blackhawk guy. But yeah, man, there's so I live in there's like a Medal of Honor celebration yearly near where I live, and if you watch that shorts video the other day where I posted the Huey going down the street, they do that. They get the Huey out and they fly down the road. It's so cool, man. Full burn at 1,000 feet. Yeah, that's what it was, Mom. Tech, that story. Oh, the LA is Brian Shaw. Okay, yeah, then yes. Yeah, Zippy, I've watched it. Are you looking forward to winter flying in real life? You like summer? Oh, yes, Miles Johnson. Matter of fact, dude, that's why I took the last month off. I got so tired of summer flying that I said, you know what? I need to take a month off and chill, because I was getting so tired of deviating and thunderstorms and all that. So let's see. The last time there was a Huey short. Yeah, Zippy. I was showing the Moza base how it can hold its own position on the cyclic if you're using it as a cyclic. Let's see. When is the last time I flew a 320? The last time I flew the actual Airbus was Wingnut. You here? You ready to cry? September 14th. And today is, and I won't fly again till the 12th. So that's almost a full month.
What?
Did you talk about the Sun Class Neo runway smash? Chris Levin, no. I did. I wish you could have seen that from a different angle, though, because it's kind of behind that hill, right? The only one I saw in that 3 Minutes Aviation vid is it was kind of behind the hill, so you can't really see what happened, but you know they smashed. Oh, Jeremy. The first day, dude. The first day pumpkin spice lattes were out, I was in line. I was in line with bows in my hair. I actually had one yesterday. I was going to get one today, but it was 127 degrees outside, so I went with just a cold brew. You know what, Zippy? I thought that too. I thought maybe that was the stream that they took it down, but it's not. That was the stream prior, right? We looked at that 3 Minutes Aviation vid on that Helene stream, which is still up. I don't think YouTube took it down intentionally. I honestly think that there's some type of bug, or it got bugged in the stream recording for YouTube, because it also shows in my YouTube studio, it shows that it's only SD, not HD. So something must have happened during the processing that it just glitched out, because I can't even watch it. And I've had streams or stuff before where it says, hey, this is copyrighted material. I can't remember what it was. We played the song like a long time ago, and it won't give you a strike right away. It just says, you know, if it's not yours, then just unmonetize it and you're good to go. You get a strike when you try to pass on other content as your own. That's when they slap you with the strikes. But if it's an honest mistake, it'll just pop up. It'll give you an alert, say, look, we found this on another channel. Is this really yours? If not, blah, blah, blah. And I have none of that. There's no alerts in YouTube or anything. It's just got to be a bug. Pumpkin cream cold brew, baby. Yeah, Ken, that's the one I go to when it's hot. What tips or advice would you give me for a CFI student? I find CFI crazy tough. Miles Johnson, it is. Don't feel bad, man. CFI is one of your hardest ratings you're going to get outside of PPL, because I think PPL is also kind of hard because it's that fire hose. You don't know anything. CFI, you think you know, but I'll tell you what, by the time you're ready for your CFI check ride, you will know more than you ever thought you could know. There's nothing like being proficient, like being a fresh CFI. because in order to teach something, your knowledge base has to be deeper than that of which you are teaching. So you got to take your breaks, man. One thing with CFI, Miles, that you're going to be getting into some rabbit holes. You're going to be going down into the weeds with certain things that you normally don't get full into when you're just going through your regular ratings. So don't forget to just step away, go fly your flight sim. Don't try to learn it all right away. You got to pace yourself with CFI because there is so much more that you got to get into. But it'll be exciting, man. It's exciting. Getting your CFI is pretty sweet. Are you doing lesson plans, Miles Johnson? I find that making lesson plans, take your time making lessons plan. My instructor, maybe I have a whole book. I made a whole syllabus of lesson plans, a couple hundred pages. And when I was making those, I'd make them slowly, one at a time. And I was making them so that they're easy for me to reference and teach. And that's really how I did my studying, was using the material. We got to start down. When I was making the material on the lessons plans, that's when I was learning. So, all right, time to pause the music. It's time to get on with it, chat. We're gonna set, let's get down early. Let's go ahead and set 17. Let's manage it now. We'll start down. Down we go. I see that 7.2 way down in front of us. Are you allowed to put a sweater on over your uniform if it's cold? We have, Jeremy, we have approved cold weather gear. Yeah. Yes, we do. I actually still have one. I don't even know if they have. I have one of my old vests, a sweater vest that has the epaulets on it. I don't know. For some reason, back in the day, that was like the cool thing to have. I still have mine, but it's too dang hot. Plus it probably doesn't fit anymore. Too many donuts and pumpkin spice lattes.
Meow.
But that's the good thing about being captain, Jeremy, is very rarely do I worry about having to be too cold now. Leave that for Wingnut out there in his trench coat. -7, blowing 40, wind chill of -28. 27 minutes out. How long for you to land? Soon, Gustavo. We're coming straight down right now. There's thrust idle, descent. Let's get the seatbelt sign on. Might get some chop as we go down over here. We'll get our LS push buttons on. Let's get a latest. Oh, there is no ATIS. I need a Gustavo. I need a ATIS. Can you hook me up with an ATIS? Ooh, look at our descent speed. Too slow. Let's knock that up. We're right in that transition. I tell you what, let's stay indicated. Let's transition at 280 knots. Down we go. Oh, that's beautiful. Slow speed brakes. Have you seen the Windwing Ursa Minor airliner? Yes. Dylan, I talked about it a little bit ago. I don't have one, but I used one at XP72's house, and it is my go-to. It'd be my go-to side stick for those that are just getting their peripherals for the first time. You want something that's got some versatility to it. Highly recommended. I was very impressed with that Ursa Minor. So if you've got one ordered, or you've purchased one, or you're gonna purchase one, I think you'll enjoy it. The range of travel is a little bit short on the roll, but in the Airbus you really aren't going to notice that too much. Might get a little bit getting used to at first, but the dampening feeling and the friction that you get out of it, it's a great piece of hardware. Is there an altitude restriction to extend the speed brakes? There is not. But in a 321, don't pop them above 30. It gets squirrely. All right, we're on path now. We'll stow that. Stow the boards. Let's get. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to get G's installed. I forgot. I'll try to get that installed for the next stream. All right. Flight recorder is up and ready at a 24 on the descent. Sounds are coming up a little bit. XP is one of your closest friends in the community, right? Well, he's one of the only guys I've met in this community in person. So I would consider him a friend. Yeah, absolutely. I actually he invited me over to his house last time I was overnighting in Florida. I hit him up. I was like, hey, XP, what you doing, man? He was like, come over. You need to try VR. You need to try the Ursa Minor. So I met him one time. The first time I met him, he came to Dallas on a vacation with his wife. And I told my wife, I was like, look, we got to go down, meet him, go up to some barbecue. Famous XP72. Yeah, Kyle. I need that handlebar removal mod too. Drives me nuts. Oh, look at the terrain down there. There's a green dot video about an EasyJet Airbus almost colliding with an American jet that you need to watch. Is that the one where they're T-cast up into it, Jeremy? I think I've watched that one. But yeah, we have to watch it. We might have to watch it on stream.
Traffic.
T-cast, I have control. Alright, we passed the guy. He's 2,000 feet below. Oh my gosh, we're descending right on top of him. I don't know why he's going so slow. Formation flying. Hey, I have the right of way. Yeah, that's the one. AJ. No, we did not take a taxi. Oh, now he's slewing forward.
Clear of conflict.
Clear of conflict. What we can do is, I think he's going to join the Ark. And that 321 and going into Laos. Are you joining the Ark here soon?
We're going to make a 360 to get to space.
Okay, no worries. I was going to say we could throw in a hold if you want. It's up to you.
It's not a problem.
All right, copy that. VLLB traffic, Vietnam 357 at 17,000, set up for full procedure ILS 23. VLLB traffic. What's the name of this airport? All right, let's keep coming down. Let's set 10,000. Oh, let's do an open descent. I think he's branching off. He's doing a 360 for spacing. Cool. I was technically he would have the right of way. So I was going to throw a hold in there, but this way we'll get to catch his landing anyway when we land. So we'll have to watch the replay or watch him landing in real time. All right, what's this airport name? Luang Phabang. Luang Phabang traffic. We need to be at 8,000 feet, so let's hustle down. We're doing an open descent to 10, and then we're going to join outbound on the Arc. Our LS push buttons are up. Let's keep hustling down here, and then we need to slow down. We're going to go right through 10, so let's go activate, approach, confirm. Winds are calm. The temperature down there is probably 27, and I never did get a METAR. We'll do a magic barrel ref check once we get down there. We're a little bit further. A little bit lower, we'll do a magic barrel ref check. What's transition? Should be 11,000. 11,000 feet, so we'll get one here in a minute. Gosh, look at these clouds. You see this right now? I mean, that is awesomeness. Gonna be a little bit high here, cowboy. Full brakes. Let's do this. Give me a little extra juice here to get me down through 12. So we need to slow down. What we're going to do is we're going to descend all the way to 10, and then we're going to put the brakes on, and they'll fly right by. Entering the rain. Oh, this is so good. We're supposed to be at or above 8.9. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to maintain 10, and then we're going to slow it all the way up. Engine anti-ice, we are plus 23, so not needed. Not needed right now, John. Hit magic barrel ref, 29901. Bring that. Oh, I gotta be quicker. Gotta be quicker on the speed. Let's come all the way back to 180 for full procedure. Coming all the way back. We're skipping all the 200s right to 180 on the speed. Brakes are still out. 272 overcast, 1011. Perfect. Thanks, sir. 29901 is set. 10,000 feet. Let's set 8,900 vertical speed. Let's go open on that. Thrust idle, open, descent. Now this is where we're right on the limit here, so I'm going to stow the speed brake a hair to get us below that VLS. Now oh my gosh, look at this. Hold on. Look at this. Look at the rain shafts out there. Luang Phabang traffic, Vietnam 357, turn outbound, full procedure, ILS 23, 9,600. Luang Phabang. Alright, we're below S speed, flaps 1. Sound's coming all the way up. Yeah, Kyle's right. Minus 40. And 29901. We'll throw that in here. 29901. Barrow. We need to throw the barrow in there. Is missed approach, climb gradient, missed approach 2.5, 5.0. We'll take it down to 1180. We can do that. There's VFE next, minus 10, flaps 2. Oh yeah, we need some 7.2s. I feel bad for those 7.2s flying in here. They're gonna be sweating. What did I say the barrel was? 1180. We could make that 5%. 1180 on the barrow set. Recall will clear you out. Flaps 2, 180. Selected speed. Let's activate and confirm. If we haven't already, we already flew through it. That looks good. Out star. Let's get our lights on. Alright, after we make the turn, 4,800 feet inbound. We are outbound on this. We can continue to descend to 6,000 right now. So let's keep coming down. 6,000 feet. Thrust idle, open descent, 6,000 blue. Look at that terrain down there. Man, this is a sweet little airport. There's our airport right there. Hopefully those rain shafts stay off the field. Oh, it just looks so good. I got a feeling we're going to float this because of that side stick null zone fault. It's wanting to pitch me up when I don't want to pitch up. This is an interesting situation here. 4,100 on the chart. It looks good. Ground speed. Circling and not authorized. Man, I hope... Are those 727s on the ground? I think they're already on the ground. Dang. I was going to say, it'd be cool to watch them. Yeah, Bomb Tech, I'm not sure what's going on with this, my man. I'm not sure what's going on with this. We'll disarm those. We'll bring up the Throttletek cam. We may have to intervene here. Let's see what happens after we hit LBP 5 or 1.5. We may have to do an intervention. There's 5 planes trying to land. Uh-oh. Luang Phabang traffic, Vietnam 357, 6,600. Turning inbound, ILS 23, full procedure. Luang Phabang. Make sure I am on. Yep, this proper button is pushed. You don't need the green line of raw data. No, Aero Guitars, we might, that's what I'm saying, we might have to just heading bug us around here. It was trying to draw it, and it was drawing it. There we go. Nope, see, it's trying to do it proper. — 4,700 feet is at 13.3. 4,700. Oh, it might because it's trying to go out to 0050. It's trying to get all the way. It's trying to get out there to that 0050 fix, which it doesn't need. What's our Maltese?
Range traffic we need 6467 is crossing the field.
4,100 feet at 99 or 16.2. Let's see what happens here. Let's get the recording on. This is going to be 2 Gs. Recording is set. It looks like a simism. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this, chat. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. All right, now don't go out to the left on me. Look how close we are to the terrain. Jeez. Oh, we should have been at 4,800. We're 100 feet low. Out. I think this is a simism. Get ready to pull heading. Where are you going? Pull heading. Let's go direct FF23. Now this is one where I'm going to arm the Loke first, just because of the proximity to the terrain here. Theoretically, it won't descend on the slope. Well, I shouldn't say theoretically, because there is a possibility an old version of the Airbuses that would descend off of the localizer. All of our current fleet that I fly will not descend on the glide slope unless you're on the localizer. But that's a software update. I don't know if we have that modeled. So we're going to maintain this. Let's trickle down to 4,100. That's the final approach fix altitude. We're open descent. I can see that there's no terrain around us. We're looking good. Okay. Now I feel confident in going ahead and doing a full arm approach here. Glide slope blue, low blue, Cat 3 dual, autopilot 1+2. We're looking good. LeBang for bang traffic of Vietnam 357 approaching Foxtrot 23 inbound, full stop ILS 23. LeBang for bang.
$2,500.
Radio altimeter live. There's a runway off the left. Alright, we're going to start early on here. We're going to do a little bit earlier configuration. Manage speed, gear down. Armed. Glide slope star, load star. Go around altitude. We've got to set 3,000 feet. Ground altitude set 3,000 blue. VFE next, -10, flaps 3. Here we go. Speed checks, flaps 3. Runways inside, continue. VFE next, -10, flaps full. Landing checklist. Flap 40 sim is set. Cabin crew advised, auto thrust, speed. Auto brakes are low for the rain condition. And wait for the landing all green. We configured early here, but remember it's 2,000 feet above. We're at 22. So I just wanted to get configured a little bit early. Oh, this is sweet airport. Okay, we're flying out of here on the next stream. This is a sweet airport. Where have you been all my life? Is Callie Simmer still? Yeah, Callie Simmer was double clutching that pumpkin spice latte there for a minute. I tell you what, if I was on this airplane, I would have been looking out the windows. I would definitely be sweating. Imagine coming in here at night. All right, landing memo. It's all green. All right, here we go. Recording's already on. Autopilot's coming off. I don't have it down.
Quebec traffic, Vietnam 1459, overflying the field, full procedure turn, ILS 23.
All right. We are set. We are on a 4 mile final. LeBang for bang traffic, Vietnam 357, 4 mile final, 23, LeBang for bang. Straight in 30 mile final.
Vietnam 5477, number
Special.
2, runway 23, LeBang for bang.
Yeah, diabetic lad. Coming in here in a 727 at night would be full clench mode. Should we do a 727 turn out of here? Look, this is one of my favorite approaches we've done in Asia. Look at this. This is a sweet airport. Somebody find me another sweet airport that's about 400 miles from here. We'll do a 727 turn. Fly some dodgy cargo. Yeah, I feel for those 727 guys doing this approach right now. Alright, we're 1,000 feet, stable, clear to land. I gotta try to actually grease this one. His wingnut's over there greasing his landings in the 7.3 on his YouTube channel. He pre-records them though. He pre-records the greaser and then pretends it's live.
Good landing. We're all confident.
Really put high there. This is the hardest condition to get a smooth landing in though. 0 wind. Ask any Airbus pilot. 0 wind is the hardest condition to get a smooth landing in. Look at that rain off the end of the runway. Driving her down, looking good.
Minimum.
Landing.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 10,
Oh my gosh, come on.
5.
Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible. I suck. Reverse green, decel. $70 knots. Manual brakes. Let's see if we can step on the brakes and make this turn. I was trying too hard to grease it, Caro. Gosh. Why do I suck? Go watch Flap 40 Sim. Pre-recorded greasers. We're gonna have to redo that. Can't accept that.
We'll report established on the ILS. Then 4152.
Where's the taxiway?
LeBang for in traffic, Vietnam 5477, 10 mile final,
Hold on.
from way.
How do I get over there? We have to taxi back? Uh-oh. I guess we'll just park it right here. How do we get over there?
Vietnam, sir, you can't park there.
Yeah, no kidding. Traffic on final, LeBang Fubang. What's your distance to the runway? Should we do a taxi back?
7.5.
And 4152 is 16 miles out, so you're going to be holding there.
Alright, LeBang Fubang traffic, Vietnam 357, back taxi 23. We'll be quick. Alright, back taxi. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
I ain't going around.
Don't worry about us. We'll be clear. We got a taxi back. I don't see his lights yet, so we're good. I was at the government gate. There's a runway inspection vehicle here anyway, so we're good. We got plenty of time. Of course, there's a fuel truck head on with me. Is that fixed in 24? Did they address that? Let's look out the window. Because it literally gives me the heebie-jeebies to run over a truck head on like that. Alright, here we go. And LeBang, Fubang traffic, Vietnam 357, we're clear of 23. Good luck, gentlemen. Look at that F-18 over there doing a tail stand. That's got to be Fly Navy. Alright, we're clear. Let's clean it up. Oh my gosh. I give up on the nose light. If I scroll all the way out trying to hit the dang nose light, it's a click spot problem, not a me problem. Well, there's a rainbow over there too.
Looking frame traffic, Vietnam, 5477, 5 mile final, runway 23.
All right, he's 5 miles out. Let's go ahead and park here at the gate. We'll kill the taxi light. We'll start the APU.
Vietnam 4152 is 10 miles out, reducing QP 160 until 5
This is
miles
a
out
sweet
for
airport.
space.
I love this little airport. We are flying out of here and back on the next stream, no doubt. This was awesome. Erp. Brakes are set.
Vietnam 357. You can't park there either.
Not too late. We already set the brake. Look, they even have the
Rookie.
the things on it. All right, let's go ahead and shut down number 2. The coordinates. That guy's on final. Where's our
You
AP?
can only go to the junkyard.
No. Saying a 727. I can't off-road. 727 is in slew mode. That must be Slustavo. Is that a Pakistani livery? No, Asia Pacific. I thought that was that Pakistani livery. All right, here he comes.
No, I'm the next.
Here he comes. 321 on final. We should do a Huey stream Vietnam with Fortunate Son playing. I know. Talk about copyright strike. We should do a Huey stream. Carol, I agree with you. Small airports are more fun. Totally. Look how beautiful that is with that rainbow in the background. All right, here we go. He's gonna float it out. See, the reason I floated those is because my neutral point was off. My neutral point on the side stick. Ooh, that looks good. Ooh, that was good. A little bit of a desync, but that was good. If that wasn't a tail strike, that looked pretty smooth. That looked pretty smooth. That looked pretty smooth. All right.
Vietnam 4152 is on a 5 mile
We have
final for runway
Slustavo.
23 on Swan Padang.
We'll
We
shut down
report on the
number
ground.
1. Slustavo's on final, so we'll shut down and deplane.
5477 is clear to free.
Oh, that's coming down. Beautiful. Beacon's off. He wants me to turn right. That ain't gonna happen. Well, we will. Let's deboard. Actually, we'll dismiss that. That's all right. We'll just dismiss that. Pretend we're deboarding. We'll hook up the jetway. Does it move? We might not be in the parking position. That's why, though. Yeah, I don't think we're in a parking spot. That's all right. We're deplaning. We got Slustavo on final. We gotta watch his landing. All right. That was fun, y'all.
Yes, the parking spot's over here.
I don't know what scenery y'all are using. This ain't rednecks with paychecks. It's a little event that was happening in Munster,
Vodka
Texas,
special.
called Rednecks with Paychecks. Everybody with crazy off-road vehicles, they all come together. That's what it looks like. That's what this reminds me of. I mean, can y'all shut your engines down? Jeez.
I'm working on it.
All right, here comes Slustavo on final. Slustavo is on final. I wonder if I had any music today for him. Here he comes. He looks more stable than all of us. Must be an X-plane. No, he's not frozen. He's just slewing. Here he comes. Oh, a little bit of a slew right there. Oh, he's gonna smash. Ooh, smasher. That was a smash. One wire. That was a smash to be had. That's a 321 Neo. Is that a, yeah, that's a 321 Neo. I think. Or is that IE's? Let's see. That's definitely a Neo. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Sync rate check. All right. Man, I didn't know there was this many people in the little conga line. This is awesome. This is pretty awesome. 321 Neon. All right, is that it? Anybody else coming down? Look at that backdrop in the stream. We saw the 321 land that we cut off. Make sure nobody else is out there on final. Hey, that was pretty good.
There's 2 more inbound.
There's 2 more inbound?
Vietnam 4152, clear the runway parking on the last ramp.
Nice slew there at the end. All right, 152 is in. Oh, yeah, we got 1459.
Vietnam 1459, 10 mile final, 2-3.
All right, 1459's inbound too. We'll wait for him. I'm going to turn down external airplane sounds because everybody's got their engines on. 5,000. There we go. That's a little bit better. That was a sweet little stream. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun doing that one. I'm going to try to get a better landing. We'll have to see the replay. I just got thrown off again, man. I don't know. I was trying too hard to grease it. Trying too hard. I wish there was like some royalty-free Fortunate Son I can play. Is there one on like the YouTube audio library? Let me see. How do you spell Fortunate Son? My spelling. It's not good. Nope, no searches. How about if I just search Vietnam? Sal Mayo. What's this song? Maybe we should just demonetize and do full-blown Fortunate Son. Should we do that? I'll do that on the Huey stream. We'll do a Huey stream out of Vietnam. We'll just be completely unmonetized and just blast Fortunate Son, Ride of the Valkyries, run through the jungle.
Ah, that's flights.
I used to have... Hold on, I used to have the perfect song for this, but it's not on this PC. It was the Viet Cong PC game song. It was a sweet guitar riff. Pseudo, I know what it is. I got it, chat. This is what we need. This is what we need right here. If you know what game I'm talking about, this will hit you right in the feels. Nostalgia turned up to 11. Alright, we get another Vietnam 320 on final. We'll hold it here at the very end of the touchdown zone. Actually, everyone's been landing pretty early. We'll put it over here.
Is that Hendrix?
It's actually not Hendrix. He looks low. Blackbird controls, you did? Oh, so did I, man. Best, one of the top 3 PC games I ever played. Here it comes, here it comes. Ooh, that looks like a classic. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's floating it out. He's floating it out. He's floating it out, chat. Ooh. Okay, that was sick. With the beat drop.
Is this V1 worthy?
That was sweet. I couldn't have timed that any better, dude. Could not have timed that any better. Look at the wet runway effect. Since when did we get that? That was pretty sweet. That was awesome. I think we got one more.
Park the School Kids Club.
Look at this, y'all. That 321 coming in here. That's sweet. Who else we got? Anybody else? Alright, let's take a look. We got one more. We gotta wait for him. Oh no, he's at 32.
Bank traffic, ViaJet 583, 15 mile final, runway 23.
He's 15 out. We got one more. One more than the replay. One more. Look at all these jets out here. Alright, we'll wait for him. Hold on, phone call. Alright, sorry y'all. Last one. Alright, all of them have their engine spooled at 50%. I know, it's ridiculous.
Bank angle.
Hey!
Really love the streams.
Orphic
Keep
fan.
it up, smile.
Orphic Cam, thank you so much for that $1 bank angle check, my man. Appreciate you. Uh-oh, wifey's in the chat. Your kids want banana splits. Oh yeah, it's 5 o'clock already? It's 5 o'clock already, chat? Jeez. Alright, where's this guy? We're waiting for one more. We all left together. We're all coming in together. VietJet. We got a VietJet on final. We're waiting for VietJet to come down here. Well, we got to watch a replay and then we got to go. I didn't realize 5 o'clock. Look at the sky, man. It's on fire over here. This is wild. If you're a DQ, I want an Oreo Blizzard, please. So, yeah. I do. There is a DQ close by. It's pretty delicious. Homemade splits. Yeah, no DQ nonsense, though. That's right. When's the V1 barbecue happening? I don't know. We got to have one. We should have one. All right, VietJet, where you at? How many airplanes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Looking for bank traffic, VietJet
6.
583, 5 mile final, runway 23.
He's 5 out. The VietJet. All right, as soon as we hear the lights, we'll turn the music on. He's got to be right there. He's probably in the rain, actually. You know what? That's why we can't see him. He's flying through the rain right now. Stuck in Dallas traffic. Thanks for the entertainment, Andre Henry, dude. I've been stuck in my fair share of traffic the last couple days, too. It sucked. Feel for you, man. Time for a barn me and Tiger beer or 5. A barn. Chris Evans.
We're all counting on you.
All right, there he is. I see his lights. He's breaking through the rain shaft.
Popcorn.
Here we go. Popcorn's up. Music is up. Which one should we listen to? Oh, this one. Here we go. There's a couple of different tracks. This one is the best. There's the VietJet. It's popped out of the rain. That hail splits means we're going to have a Spirit flight back to the States. Yeah, Spirit 321 from Laos straight to Fort Lauderdale. Here he comes. Is that a 319? Nah. Classic. CEO. No wingtip fences. Breaking out. It looks a little high. I got a feeling he's going to float this out. Pressure's on. Oh, he's dropping it in. Dropping it in. Ooh, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Look at that, holding the nose up. All right, that was pretty good. Be a jet. That's pretty good. Bang on center line. Dang, you guys are pretty good. You guys are getting pretty good. Greasy.
I might want to check for some butter on that one.
In Nom, they were all high.
Come to the cool parking. Come to the cool parking.
All right. Oh, that was Coletta 7-4 on the ramp. All right, we got to watch our own replay, chat. And I got to go. Banana splits are calling. All right, so let's go replay mode. Replay mode. Disconnect from Aveo Premium. Let's go panel states. Ready. Activate. Switches are up. Flaps are in position. Engines are coming up. Let's load it. Here we go. Replay is on.
Terrain ahead.
Pause, run it forward, resume. We'll wind the time back. We didn't land quite this dark. It was right about here. Replay is on. Engines are up. Put you in the auto thrusting position with auto thrust. Gears down, brakes are hot. Here we go. Sounds are coming up. Pause it, run it forward a little bit. There we go, resume. Flaps full coming in from Fly Navy. Alright, how do we do here? How did we float this out so bad? Why did we suck this one up, huh? Maybe we were too late on the thrust reduction. I thought we had it, and then we were just higher. My perception was off. Oh yeah, we chunked it on, dude. We chunked it on. That was pretty sweet though. That screw up in the reverse. Let's see how we did here. Let's critique it. We gotta critique it. That will slow down. Just have you park brake off, please. Thank you. How do we do? See, right here, I thought we were at like 3 feet. We were at 10 feet. And then I started drifting into the wind. Oh, yeah. That was ugly as hell. That was ugly. That was so ugly. I tell you what, watch this. We'll go back to where we... Oh, no, dang it. I should have put the camera back to where I was watching everybody else land. I mean, that's a cool view, though, right there. We got a little high, then we were a little low. Little gust of wind. Just rusty. Hey, look, I haven't flown the airplane in a month, all right? Give me a break. Give me a break. I haven't flown the airplane in a month.
40, 30, 20, retard.
I thought right there. I thought that was it. I thought it was the juice. Then we went all Microsoft on me.
5.
And then we just put her down. Rip. All right, chat. You heard the wife. It's time for banana splits. Time for me to go home. Fire up the ice cream. Out of here. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for the little fly-in. That was fun. I didn't realize we had so many people in the Conga line. Sweet little airport. We will be flying out if you're on the next stream. That is faux show. Excuse me. Thank you all for all the super chats, the bank angle checks, hitting the thumbs up button. Appreciate you. Thanks for subscribing to the channel as well. Our subscribers keep going up. I do appreciate all the support you guys give me. Until the next one, y'all have a wonderful rest of your Thursday afternoon. We got some football on tonight. We got a good game, or is it just a potato bowl tonight? I can't remember who's playing. Such. Be all I need to know. All right, I will stop the stream, Gustavo. I will check this out and make sure I stop it. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your evening. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'm V1. See you.
100. $100.